Hi, welcome to Here with Laura. I'm your host, Laura Williams. I'm a designer, entrepreneur, and mom, and this is a space where real life and meaningful conversations meet. Each episode, I sit down with people who inspire me, fellow creatives, business owners, parents, and dreamers to talk about the behind the scenes of building a life with intention. We'll cover everything from beauty of slow mornings to the chaos of growing a business or family and all the messy magical moments in between. Whether you're multitasking or taking a moment for yourself, I'm so glad you're here. Today, I'm joined by somebody who has been a key puzzle piece to the success and growth of my business, Living Oak. Her talent and keen eye in her field is the reason so many interior designers throughout the country are featured in top publications nationwide. She is a sister, wife, and recent mom, and I'm fortunate enough to call her a friend. Please welcome Madeline Harper, owner of Madeline Harper Photography. I'm so happy you're here.
I can't believe it. It's so fun.
So I met Madeline a few years ago at Design Camp, and it was in LA. And so it wasn't the Austin one. So Design Camp is an intensive for interior designers to go and learn about the business of interior design. It's run by Anastasia Casey and Lindsay Bouchard from Lindsay Brook Designs. And it's just the greatest tool. I recommend all interior designers to go.
Nothing like it. It's fantastic. Yeah.
So I saw this cute little girl over in overalls. I love that you're wearing overalls today, too, because I think you were wearing overalls the day I met you.
Most likely.
And she's running around, with her camera, taking photos of every single moment at this entire event. And then I found out she was from Austin. So then I was like, let's go. This is going to be my new friend and also photographer.
100%. I remember seeing you and being like, I love her fashion. Oh my gosh, she's smiley. She's kind. And to just like beelined it for you. And somebody's like, she's from Austin.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, that's perfect. And
yeah. And the rest is history. And since then, how many shoots have you done for me? 1 million.
Yeah.
You've done all of them except for one I just did recently without you.
So much respect.
She's traveled with me. We've gone to Nashville. We've gone to Florida. It's been...
I was trying to think that the other day, though, because every shoot of ours has multiple homes. And so I was like, okay, are we judging it based on the amount of homes? Are we judging it based on the amount of days? But it's been quite a lot of projects.
Our very first shoot was a full day, and it was 4 smaller projects. And that was our first day together. And I'm like, should we stop for lunch? And we ordered in lunch, remember, to that house with the blue kitchen.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really glad we vibed, because if not, that would have been a really
rough
day.
Really rough day.
Just a one and done, but
yeah. Oh my gosh. So tell me, I kind of want to jump into it. What is your start in with photography? How did you get into photography and specifically interiors and branding? Because you do a lot of branding as well.
I sure do. Yeah, this is like the most humbling story to tell, I feel. I just have a really bad memory. And so I've always been the person in my family who has the camera. I've always been the one who wants to preserve memories in any way I can. And for me, that was easier if I had a photo attached to it. So at a young age, started just like stealing the digital camera, the camcorder, all the things, those little Kodak point and shoots, and, would photograph everything. So jumped to college. I knew I wanted to be a business owner, knew I come from a long line of entrepreneurs, knew that I wanted to carry that forward. I didn't ever consider myself a creative. I don't know if I even would say that now.
You are.
It's so hard for me because I don't have this like tactile, like I can't go and like paint a gorgeous mural, or I can't, like, I'm those sorts of arts. But
I am going to interject really fast, because what you're able to do when you're looking, you have your camera tethered and we're looking at the thing and you're just like, let me just shift this one thing a fraction of an inch. And it's just like,
it's like a trained creativity, maybe.
Oh, stop. All right, go on.
But I like never considered myself creative, but had just a desire to do something different, and kind of like expand beyond my hometown. Decided my junior year of college to blow all my savings on a camera, and was that girl on the college campus who was like barefoot, always had her camera on her, would take photos of everything, would like go to the farmer's market and take a photo of peaches and be like, oh, that belongs on the cover of Vogue. Like, yes, ridiculous. But got lucky enough. My sister was getting married around that time, and I just hit it off with her wedding photographer. At the time, it was kind of the burlap, lace, baby's breath era of weddings, right when Pinterest was kind of having its advent, and Instagram. And I just lucked out with hitting it off with her wedding photographer, got an internship with her in Austin, summer of 2013. And that's when I started my business. I just interned under her. I shot with and for everyone I could, just soaking up everything like a little sponge. I mean, it was absurd the amount of people I would cold call and be like, do you need help? Can I help you? Can I learn from you? And I was really in a weddings focus at that point. Jump started my career, shot all through college my last year, and immediately moved to Nashville after graduation and really expanded from there of like, okay, I'm going to just shoot anyone in the city. Like anyone who wants anything captured. I was shooting bar mitzvahs. I was shooting family reunions. I was shooting weddings, like just growing, and then
Also, it
went
helps you
full-time.
kind of learn what you like to shoot, too. Yeah. And also, you just love people, so I feel like...
I do. And I learned I'm not great with family photos unless I know the family really well. Like, family photos are nothing. That is such a skill set and such just like superheroes who can do it. And that is not my vibe. And so knew I didn't want to shoot newborns, knew I didn't want to capture. There were just like things where I was like, okay, this isn't a good fit, but really found my footing in weddings for a couple years. And then was so long-winded. Moved back 2016 to Austin. My business had grown there the whole time I was in Tennessee, and just had brands that I started reaching out for. Fashion, not designers, but like the heyday of Instagram bloggers, when like fashion bloggers were not a dime a dozen, and they're still professionally shooting their content before iPhones
were good.
Where they are now. Shooting a lot of those, and just really fell in love with telling brand stories, regardless of what it was. Loved the more lifestyle content. It felt a little more lived in, and it felt like I kind of had a little more creative voice in that versus weddings, where it's fantastic, but you're capturing someone else's vision for the day.
Yeah, you're doing what the couple wants.
Yeah, and Instagram had blown up at that point, so people were wanting like a shot list versus just an organic storytelling. And anyways, I stumbled in. Anastasia Casey, the one who you mentioned for Design Camp, had posted on Instagram, hey, I need a lifestyle photographer to shoot something. And I shot my shot so hard. I had no business messaging her, y'all. Like, it was... I had never
didn't even know her at that time.
Didn't even know her. My sister shot it to me and was like, hey, you should apply for this. You want to do more lifestyle stuff. I sent her, I don't even know what was on that portfolio. Looking back, I kind of want to go find it because I'm like, I had maybe 4 lifestyle shots, all from weddings, I'm sure. And we just hit it off. And so I started shooting for her monthly. And then somewhere along the line, she transitioned her business to do branding for interior designers. I was like, you should shoot homes. Like, nobody's really doing it in Austin. Just do it. So I just taught myself alongside her. As she grew her business, I started shooting for her clients. And so 2018, I booked my last wedding, and then dove headfirst into interiors and started honing my skills. And then in 2020, as we know, the world shut down, but the interior industry boomed. Mm-hmm. Like, it was a catalyst like no other for my business. I had already had clients. I was already working with them, and
it was the same for designers. Yes. I mean, we all experienced that. That was when mine really...
I mean, I didn't mean to niche down as hard as I did, but in 2020, I was like, yeah, like if you can let me into your home safely and I can shoot this by myself, let's do it. And so I accidentally stumbled into interiors and fell in love with it along the way. It is so analytical and creative and all the things in between. It's such a different style of shooting than anything else. And so I really love it. And I still shoot brands, in fact, like all the other things. But interiors is probably my bread and butter.
That's amazing. Is there a piece of advice that other interior designers will come to you or other photographers will come to you asking about with your interior photography?
Yeah, I really get asked the most about pivoting, I would say, of like, how do you pivot industries well? And then the one I get asked from interior designers and photographers would be, how do you make a space feel like it look like it feels?
Feel how it looks? Look like it feels?
Yes.
Yeah. I knew what you're trying to say.
How do you make the images feel like you could just walk into them and be in the space?
Mm-hmm.
That I feel is kind of my sweet spot.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not going for over edited. We're not going for over rendered. I want things to feel magical and cozy and glowy.
Well, something I love about your style is that you always shoot true to color. And that's like very important to me because I chose these colors for a reason. I want people to see what they actually look like when it's captured. And so that is a huge piece of the puzzle of making it feel that way is that it is true to color. You're not slapping on a moody filter or a washed out filter or anything.
Yes. I used to not do that. I just didn't know. That was honed over time and creating my own presets from, when I started, I would just find a film preset and put it on because that's what you do with weddings is, you have this preset, you put it on. And I was realizing, oh, that's not it. And then kind of honed it over time. And so, yeah, I would say that's probably the most. And then a lot of people ask about growing a client base. Like, how do you grow a client base where you're booked and busy and loving the people you work with? And you joked, you're like, oh yeah, I get to call you friend. But I'm like, no, I'm legitimately friends with my clients.
Yeah.
Like I love them dearly. And
well, I feel like that's such a special quality that you have. And that kind of gets into my next thing I was going to mention is that when people shoot with you, you make them feel so good. Like you are number one hype girl, excited the entire time. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm gushing over this photo. This is so beautiful. I can't handle it. Oh my goodness. Da, da, da. And like you make us feel so good. And what do you think got you to that point in life to have that quality? Is it just a natural quality you have? Or do you feel like there was like a pivotal moment where you like, this really helps the session. And so I am just, obviously it's genuine, but also like, I'm going to just really rein in this excitement to spill into my clients because it's received well.
Yeah, I would say most of it's natural. My family jokes I'm the spirit keeper. Like I just always am the little ball of sunshine for my family. I have always been somebody who sees the bright side, who wants to be the encourager in the room.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it comes from my early days of my career. I started my business at 21. I struggled with imposter syndrome for years.
Mhm.
I pivoted into a career that I knew nothing about when I started. I felt like I was surrounded by these, giants of this industry, and I had to just fake it till I made it. And I was like, you know what? I might not be the most skilled
and
in
back
the
then,
room.
nobody talked about imposter syndrome. It wasn't a thing that anybody even understood or discussed. And so, like, all creatives feel that.
Yes. And I was like, I might not be the best in the room, but I can be the kindest.
Mm-hmm.
I can be me. Like, I don't have these superpowers that everyone else has to, tell you that this leather granite is perfect. Or I can't tell you this, like, light belongs here, but I can tell you that whatever you made looks gorgeous and is a reflection of you. And I also have this deep admiration for business owners because I love owning a business, but I know how hard it is from the inside. And I know what encouragement means to me. So it's like, okay, I know what that means to another business owner. I have a really soft spot for creatives who are putting themselves out there. My work is my heart on a platter.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know what that's like to be like, okay, is this resonating with someone? And so if I can walk into your spaces and find something that resonates with me and tell you that, like that kernel of encouragement can just go so far.
And it does.
And so I'm like, I will never withhold encouragement. I won't just gas someone up just to hype them. I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to call out things I don't love. Yeah. But I'm like, I really am trying to be so genuine about it.
Yeah.
And there are certain projects that it's like, hey, this personally doesn't resonate with me, but I can still see the skill in it. Like it might not be my particular flavor, but I can adore things about it because I can see the skill and talent that went into it. But
my favorite is when I bring you into a space that I design and you're like, yes, I could live here. This is like, I am feeling this space so much. And I'm like, oh yeah, because I love your style. And I feel like it's very similar to my style, like very, a little more laid back, comfortable, And so whenever you say anything like that, I'm like, I made it. Well, Madeline, because especially since you see so many spaces, it just like makes me feel good that you're like, I would live in this. I'm like, oh, good.
I just know that I also have no interior skill set. Like I have no design skill set whatsoever, which you know this about me talking about my own home, but that is so hard for me to live in that world. And so I think I just am so in awe of what y'all do because I'm like, you measured this correctly. Like I try to measure curtains and I do it incorrectly. Like you made these things go together. Yeah. And like you made these like 4 metals go together and like all of my metals are not matched at all in my home. And so I think I see the genuine talent that goes into it. And
Yeah.
that to me is awe-inspiring.
I love that. So going into being a business owner,
Yeah.
you are not a party of one anymore. You brought on some help. So tell me about your journey to hire Ray,
Yes.
who is incredible. She is so kind,
So fantastic.
adorable, like just a nugget of happiness and kindness. But also she's very talented and organized. So tell me about when you felt like you needed to hire somebody for support, what she does, and, if you see yourself expanding to have more people or what that looks like for your business.
It's interesting. I feel like early on, I was told the way to expand as a photographer is to hire associate photographers. So to train other photographers under your name, have them shoot under your umbrella, you kind of be the face of the company, but you hand off the shooting and editing. I knew I never wanted that. I knew that that was the part I loved most, was the physical, like shooting and editing, but also the client facing side. I'm like, I love interacting on set. Like that's my favorite thing. I knew I didn't want to give that up, but honestly, after 2020, I was drowning. I was drowning before that, but at that point, I kind of realized, hey, my work-life balance is super unhealthy.
Mhm.
I am a little work machine. I'm burning out annually. Like 2 times a year, I hit this point where my body just shuts down. This is not
Yeah. It's not
healthy.
Yeah.
Like I have to have some sort of help. And I don't know if you felt this, but as a business owner, it can be so hard building something up for, at that point, you know, 7 years, 8 years, to then release that to someone else and trust that they have the same care and vision and dedication to it. That was really hard for me. So it took a lot of hype. Like it took a while for me to get there. And I tried to outsource small portions. I outsourced the financial side, had outsourced social media, brought it back in, outsourced it again, brought it back in. Like it was just constant give and take on social media. And finally was like, no, I need a PA or somebody just to deal with my inbox and my contracts. Put that out there and had quite a few people respond, but Ray reached out. She and I had got connected years before, I think in like 2016 when I was living in Austin.
Oh, wow.
Previously, through a mutual friend who was like, hey, y'all really love each other. You both love travel. You both love all these things. So she and I, over the years, have met up for coffee maybe 3 different times, just talking about our faith, talking about travel. It was talking about being photographers. So she reached out and I was like, is that weird to hire a friend? Like, is that strange? I don't know. And then
It's a weird line. It's hard.
yeah, I was like, is that mixing business with personal? But everything about my business is personal. So it kind of makes sense. And we talked and she said that she just wanted to work for one person and really, pour into their dream and help them succeed. And for me, that was it. I was like, I don't want to be somebody who's just one of many pieces.
Mhm.
I've done that with other outsourcing. And after a while, it just felt like I was fighting for like, hey, this isn't the heart or the voice that we're going for.
Yeah.
I brought Ray on and she is a genius. I really feel like her strengths cover so many of my weaknesses. Like analytically, she can get stuff done that I can't. And
Isn't that beautiful?
oh my gosh, she's just a powerhouse. I can just say, hey, Ray, I think we need a one-sheeter for food brands that we're going to work with. And she just whips it up. And it's gorgeous and creative and aligns with my vision.
I love that.
Yeah, we really see things pretty similarly.
She's super organized too.
So organized.
And her communication is just like incredible.
And I would let things slip through the cracks for years. I'm like, how did I do this for 10 years on my own without her? I truly don't know. She's an integral part of my business and we're only growing that. Like she'll come to set and style with me. She will do florals set. She has this creative mind as well as analytical. And so I could see her growing with my business for sure.
Oh.
Honestly, I would love to outsource editing. I do all of my own editing by hand, but I've tried a few times and I'm
It's kind of
so
hard to
particular.
relinquish that control, I can imagine,
And whenever you
'Cause
get
that's
images,
the final part of the puzzle.
yeah, whenever you get them back and you're like, that's not what their skin tone looked like, or that's not what that paint color is, or that's just misaligned a little bit. Like I'm so particular on my editing that it's been really hard to find someone to outsource to.
I kind of feel like since you're there too in person and you see it, it's in your brain of what it looks like too, even though you captured it best you can on the camera. I can see how handing it off to somebody could be like,
And you know this, I mean, usually whenever it's a final image, I'm blending together 11, 12 images, to make this one final image. And so it's hard to be like, take image 1, do this part, 2, do this part.
You're
3. And
like, I should just do it myself.
yeah, I'm like, at that point, I'm writing out an email that's so long. Let me just do it. So,
Yeah. Yeah. But I think eventually if you do find somebody who is good at it.
I would love that.
Yeah. But then they just know.
Yes.
Once they receive it, oh, she's expecting XYZ because this is how it was the last 5 times when she wrote really lengthy emails.
The hours that would buy me back would be phenomenal.
Yeah.
But I could see expanding that way. I don't know what's next expansion-wise. I see this year kind of being an open book just with Wyatt coming onto the scene. Like I definitely see the business growing in a lot of creative ways. So I'm pretty open-handed to whatever iteration my business takes next.
Okay, so let's get into sweet Wyatt.
Oh,
so Madeline just had her first baby. Yes, she looks stunning.
Oh.
But how old is he now? Almost 3 months?
2 months.
He's 2 months.
He's just a little tiny nugget.
Ugh. But she's going back into shooting on July 1st for me.
And we're really starting off easy with a full day.
Yeah.
It'll be so good.
I know. It's only 2 places, though.
Yeah.
So it'll be, and we're going to take it easy, slow. It's going to be wonderful.
It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah. Pump brakes. Got to pump. Get the milk out. So how are you feeling about the transition of going back into work? Are you...
I'm feeling all the things.
Yeah.
I'm feeling so excited. I called Ray on the way in, actually. And I was talking a mile a minute. I was like, can you tell I've been excited to exercise my brain in this way?
Yeah.
She's like, yes, I'm taking notes. It was a lot. And so I think I'm thrilled for the relational aspect.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the newborn days are kind of trippy because you're just home. You're not really on a schedule. It's a pseudo isolation a little bit. And so I'm really excited to be back with the humans, the adult humans, and talk about all the things outside of Wyatt and feeding schedules and naps and that.
Get a little creative again. Have you adjusted your schedule of like how frequently you're working?
Yes. Yeah, I'm slowing down a lot because I was pumping out 2 to 3 shoots a week, and that is just bonkers. I will not be able to keep that up. Going back, I'm just starting off with 1 or 2 shoots a week, and I think I'll keep it that way.
Yeah.
As long as I can. I'm shooting on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and the rest of the days trying to do my mentor sessions or editing and all of that. But I'm also sad to leave him, and it's nerve-wracking leaving him, and we're still figuring out childcare and what that looks like. And so that's just that's tough.
When my daughter was born, my sweet mother-in-law we used to live in Florida near the beach, and she was like, okay, I really think you should go for a walk on the beach. And I was like, no way, I cannot leave her. I cannot leave her. She's like, go for a walk with Chase. You're going to appreciate it, blah, blah. I leave and I go for a walk with Chase. I'm like sobbing on the beach. Like, I can't leave her. This is horrible. Yeah. Why did she make me do this?
Oh, I get that. It
was like such a dramatic experience.
No, Luke has been so sweet. Like the other night, I had a friend who's like, let's go get girl dinner downtown. And Luke is like, just leave. Just go. Just go. Or I had like a class I taught at my church, and he was like, just take off. Like, take a few hours. And from the beginning, it's been nice to kind of be open-handed with that time, but it's nerve-wracking.
It's scary.
And especially introducing someone else into that mix. Like, we have a potential nanny coming on board, and just for a couple afternoons a week. And still, I'm like, will you love my baby the way I love my baby? It's so scary.
Please
I know. I think he's the best. Like, do you think he's the best? So
tell me he's the best.
I know. Like, with those cheeks, how can he not be? But I think it's just, I'm ready.
Lucas has a relatively flexible schedule, right?
Yeah, so we're tag teaming as much as we can. But it'll be interesting going back. At this point, I don't know what I don't know.
Yeah.
And I've seen millions of friends walk through this. I mean,
you know what's beautiful is you have control of your schedule, and you can always pull back, or you can always do more, and that's the best part of being a business owner is, until you let things get out of control.
And I'm such a yes girl, where that's my tendency. So this about me. I will do anything for a plane ticket. It's like if somebody says, "Oh, I have a project in," and then name a state, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm there."
I know I have a project in Iowa that I want you to shoot, but
I was talking to Ray on the way here of like, how do we make travel shoots work again? But I saw a company the other day, and they have artisans in India. And before Wyatt, that's something I would pitch so
Yeah.
easily. I would just be like, hey, I see you're doing work in India. Love to travel. Would love to go capture that for you. And I had the DM ready to send. And it was like, oh, I
have a baby.
have a small, tiny potato in the other room that I cannot leave. Like, he's attached to me. I don't know if he can go to India yet. I should probably talk to Lucas about this too. Like, I would just
get this ball rolling.
So anyways, I'm learning how to pump the brakes and not just immediately jump into projects. And
Yeah. But it's good that you get excited about those things too.
100%.
It's part of why you're successful.
He'll go with me eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet little potato will have moving legs at some point, and
He'll be able to hold his head up
yes,
with his own neck.
What a dream.
Ready for those days.
No, but these days are so short when they're this little. They feel long. What do they say? The days are long, but the years are short.
Yes.
And it's just like, oh, I'm going to start crying. No, but it's so true. Like the fact that my kids are now 6 and 8. I remember when they were in your,
And they're the cutest functioning humans.
I know. And it's like, oh, look at them smile. Look at them smile. Like I have so many photos of my daughter just like in a car seat.
Oh, yeah.
Smiling at me. And I was like, oh, she's perfect.
Yeah, and he's just now socially smiling, which is so exciting.
Before it was just gas.
And now I'm looking back and I'm like, those were fake smiles. Like, those weren't for me.
But they still felt good. They still felt good.
Just cheapened it for everyone.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's a real smile.
Yeah. So he's now really smiling, and that connection is kind of building.
Yeah. Sweet. So you mentioned your faith, and I know that's a huge part of your life. Do you feel comfortable to talk about, where you are with that, with your business, how that's helped you to grow your business, and
oh my gosh,
the support from your husband within your faith? And
yeah, I mean, I've been a believer in Jesus since a young age, and so he has always informed how I grow my business and what I do in my identity. But for a long time, I was just young when I started my career. And so I bought into the lie that my productivity and my kind of like reward from the industry, for lack of better terms, was what made success. And it really warped my view of what all I put into my business and what all I received from it. So for me, it was like, okay, if I'm validated, then I'm like worth something. If I'm not validated, then the sky is falling.
Well, that's very natural.
Yeah.
Especially in like a creative role.
Yeah. Like if you're hitting the magazines, if you're hitting the wedding blogs, if you're hitting the like rewards, and then that, you're doing good. And if not, then, oh, this must be bad. And so kind of starting, let me see, it would have been 2019, 2020, beginning of 2020. Yeah. I started just really praying through like, hey, Lord, if my faith is the foundation of my life, why am I making business the foundation of my life? Why do I feel like I'm living my life to work and not working to support this like beautiful life that I have outside? It just felt like my priorities kind of got flipped. So in 2020, I really started working through that of, hey, I want my identity to be as Madeline. I want to feel secure in that. And I want to show up on set as Madeline, not just this little workhorse machine that could just be any warm body.
Yeah.
And so really started separating that, and that changed the way I interacted with clients even. And I think that's where I brought that enthusiasm that I have on set, because before then I was hiding behind this professional mask of, okay, in order to grow, you have to be girl boss. You have to be XYZ. Like I just kind of stripped some of my identity away to try to fit what I saw others doing. Yeah. And people I looked up to, and I didn't want to be seen as too youthful or too exuberant or all these things. And I said yes to everything, and just started praying through like, hey, this does not feel like it's resonating with me. This feels like I am just trying to earn affirmation after affirmation after affirmation, and it's just not filling.
Yeah.
So really stepped back and had to define, what does success look like for me and my family? Success looks like being able to financially provide. It looks like being able to serve others and love others well. It looks like not being scattered. Like whenever I'm going to coffee with a friend, not being on my phone, answering emails, leaving work at work sometimes.
That's so hard to do too, because if you're not doing it, who's doing it? And that's been such a gift that I've figured out kind of recently, is like put it away in the evenings, because I'm trying to be present for my family. And if I'm on looking at emails and stuff, my kids are like, Mom, Mom, Mom. And that's a horrible feeling,
100%. And I was also at like my whole career, I've also been volunteering for the ministry Lucas works for.
Mm-hmm.
And that I always tell people, I'm like, it's so funny. I feel like sometimes my life is this really big dichotomy where I walk into these multi-million-dollar homes and it's gorgeous and it's fantastic. And then on the weekends, I'm in Chacos without makeup, taking kiddos to camp.
Yeah.
And it felt so strange for a while. It felt like the multi-million-dollar homes was my real life and the other was my fake life. And I'm like, no, they're all my real life. But like,
Just very different.
the most me I feel is having genuine conversations, having like, so how do I bring that into my work? How do I show up as myself? And so,
and have those human connections that you care about.
yeah, and not have it just be about, yeah, like the prettiness of projects, but more so the heart behind the projects. And I feel like bringing that aspect of my faith in of like, hey, I'm not just going to care about what you produce. Like what you produce is beautiful. I cannot make this mansion, but like, hey, how's your heart in business?
Yeah.
Like how are you functioning as a human outside of this world? Bringing that into my business has been great. And then also just trusting, like listening to when I have peace, whenever somebody inquires. Like that has been huge of actually vetting the projects I say yes to.
Mm-hmm.
Like there are some things that I would just say yes to just for $1. And I'm like, no, I'm going to trust the Lord's going to provide that elsewhere. I don't need to say yes if it's not a good fit.
Mm-hmm.
And that has been
It's
shockingly good.
It's hard to turn away business. It
Especially
really
for
is.
us, where it's like, you don't know when the next thing is coming.
Mm-hmm.
But I've done this for 12 years now. It's going to survive. Like,
You'll be fine.
and if I have to get creative and if I have to hustle, I'll do that. Like that's totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to say yes out of fear of missing out anymore. And that I feel like my faith is integral to.
And I think that that's so beautiful that you do relate those things, because I think it's hard for maybe people who are not faith-based or, regardless, I think it's hard for anybody to just find that line of what's bringing you happiness and, comfort in your day-to-day to where you're not going bonkers.
Yeah. And I think that's been an amazing part of my business is my faith is the foundation of who I am. I feel like all of who I am. But I've been able to work with so many people who have so many differing beliefs and just be able to like support and love. And so that's why, I know a lot of people on their Instagram are super outspoken about their faith and what they believe. And I've just tried to create my business in a way that, hey, anyone can come, anyone can be captured, anyone can feel supported and seen and loved and hyped up.
Well, and you love everybody.
Yes. And so that's been so cool. And then it leads to the best conversations about who we are as humans and like what that connection point is. Anyways, I'm like,
well, I feel like that's your superpower because I remember, and we've done a million shoots together, and every single time I'm like, gosh, that was great conversation. But the very first one, when we were just getting to know each other, it was just you and me. I didn't have any team members with me. It was just us.
Back in the day.
And not that long ago, but I remember just like, so tell me about, and you like had a really good, deep question. And I was like, she's my kind of people. She dives in and I love it. Not everybody's brave enough, honestly, or cares enough to ask the questions that actually matter. And you wanted to know me, which is so cool.
A curious little badger. I just want to know the people. I have a problem where
Curious little badger. That's going to be the name of the podcast. Where we'll like, here,
sleep
Flora,
deprivation
and a curious little badger.
We all know and love her. She's pretty squirrely. But I remember some days I do it well. And then I also remember doing it not so well in Florida. I just popped my little head up and said, yo, you go to church? Like, I just remember that distinctly and being like, Madeline, why did you ask it that way? Like, yo, just, yeah. So sometimes the questions are fantastic and sometimes they're clunky, but I just want to know people and yeah.
No, and that's beautiful. And that's why people trust you to capture their projects, because not only do you produce beautiful things that do end up getting them in, AD, HGTV, you've gotten it for me, and it's just so incredible that it goes beyond the beauty of what you produce.
Thank you. I think that's one of my favorite things about starting my business alongside Anastasia and growing alongside her over those years is I've seen the way people can grow and grow with one another. And that relationship really informed a lot of my relationships that I built. Because I was like, okay, I don't want one and done clients. Those projects are great. Like, reach out to me. It's fantastic. Yes.
Please,
a plane ticket.
Done.
Yeah. I will fly to wherever you are. But
she will have a potato with her.
Yes. Oh, chunkiest little thighs. But I really value client relationships where we can know one another.
Yeah.
We can grow alongside one another. We can support each other. We can run into each other at concerts. Like, I really love, like, I value that. I value growing alongside one another. And for me, knowing somebody outside of just the business aspect
Yeah.
helps the creativity grow.
Yeah.
Like, we can change our editing style over the years. We can change our focus over the years. We can dream bigger and broader and deeper and all of these things. The better we support each other as humans. And so I really do believe that, like, my clients are my friends. My counselor tells me I'm not allowed to say that, but I'm like, no, it's true. My clients are my friends.
I feel like I forced myself on you as a friend.
Oh, no. I saw your outfit at design camp and wanted to be your friend immediately. It's like, she's so cool.
That's really funny because I feel like I don't dress that cool. I feel like I dress like a very normal human.
Maybe.
Like, I don't think it's outstanding. You know how you see those fashionistas?
Yeah.
You're like, man, they've got style. Like Ariel on my team,
Oh,
that girl's always like super cute outfit, always. And I'm like, man, if I put on an outfit and it feels like an Ariel outfit, I'm like, I'm killing it today. Whoa. But I feel like I'm just very normal. Today I'm wearing,
that's great.
fashionable pants, I guess, but jeans, tank top.
Friend, I'm in pregnancy shoes that you don't even have to tie. Like, that's where I'm at.
Hey, whatever. They're comfortable, right?
So cozy.
Flip-flops, my jam.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny, you talked about running into each other at concerts. So that was at the Need to Breathe Judah and the Lion concert. And actually, I have to show you a video later because my kids did a rock band camp last weekend and my son sang, "It is what it is." It was the cutest ever. Anyway, and my daughter was playing the piano. You're going to die. Anyway, and she was wearing a blue wig because that's what rock stars do.
How are they both creative and sporty? I'm like, they literally, your kids have it all. I'm like in awe of them. Watching you post their like swim meets and everything.
Yeah.
They're outstanding.
They're killing it. They're doing a good job.
They're so cool.
It's so fun.
You are raising cool humans.
Oh, that's the goal.
Honestly.
Really. But anyway, at that concert, it was so fun because, my husband's carrying my daughter, I'm carrying my son, and my son is like this at the concert. And this is for like Judah and the Lion, But it's so fun. And I feel like that's such a huge piece of like our relationship is we have bonded over music.
Us freaking out though when the lineup came out for.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
I know. And like we always listen to Jack's Mannequin.
Oh, so good. Yeah.
I'm going to San Clemente. I'm hoping to run into him there because I think he lives there.
Just become best friends. It's time.
It's time. It is.
I've been to enough events.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Anyway.
He should know you on site, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I swear I'm not a weirdo.
Shameless plug here.
It's fine. Oh my gosh. Okay, so totally unrelated. But besides travel, what are some things outside of work that you love to do?
Oh man.
And in addition to your volunteer work, because I know you do so much of that.
Yes. Book club would kill me if they aren't first. So I will shamelessly plug book club here.
And don't you guys do like really extravagant dinners with your book club?
Okay, so two separate things.
Okay.
Yes, but book clubs, we do have matching tattoo. 8 out of the 11 of us have it. The other 3 we're trying to get on board.
Yeah.
I have to get a touch up because I got it right before I got pregnant. And then I have a matching lightning bolt with another little friend from book club. I also have a problem with matching tattoos with friends.
I love that. I'm trying to get my husband to get one with me.
Oh, yeah, I have.
He doesn't have any, but I have one, and I'm like, come on, let's do it together.
I'm designing mine for Wyatt right now, and I'm so excited. So yes, I would say book club. We have been together for about 5 years, and just some of my best friends, favorite humans. We love literature, yes, but just love each other and live a lot of life together.
And it's nice to have a reason because unfortunately, as you get older and you have more responsibilities and life happens, you need a reason to get together regularly.
Yes.
Otherwise, it doesn't happen.
100%.
Yeah.
And we know each other from all walks of life. And it's just really exciting to, have these women where it's like, hey, we're not just committed to like these books, but we're committed to one another is what the heart of it is.
I love that.
So I started a cooking club, which is the one you're talking about. And this is like low-key dream that now everyone knows all the time, but
Less low-key now.
I tried to drop out of business school because I wanted to go to culinary school. And my parents were like, Madeline, why do you want to do this? And I was like, well, I just started spouting all these like dreamy things about it. And they're like, just curious, what movies have you been watching lately? And I was like, I don't know why that has anything to do with this. They're like, Ratatouille just came out. And I was like, Okay, that feels personal. No. And then there's this movie, No Reservations, that I loved as well.
I love
so
that movie.
Yes, so I was watching all these cooking movies, and they were like, you function horribly on very little sleep. Now I do great. Thank you, Wyatt. But before I functioned horribly on very little sleep, they were like, you cannot handle like high critique. They're like, you do not know what a kitchen is like working in a kitchen. I was like, no, but I just glamorized the whole thing.
Yeah.
So anyways, obsessed with the food space. I always have been. So started a cooking club where women who love to cook just make the recipes that they need an excuse to make.
Yeah.
Like the stuff that's too fancy for a Tuesday night, we're making. So that travel.
Does everybody bring a dish?
Yes. And I set a theme. So like the first one was Mediterranean and the dishes were fantastic. And then fall favorites. And then girl dinner was one. And that's when I made that yummy olive dish that everyone freaked out about on the internet.
Yeah.
So good. I love travel.
Yes.
More than anything, like obsessed.
You surf, right? A little bit.
That feels bold. I surf the Texas coast, you mean? Yes. No, whenever I go to a place that I can surf, I surf. So
Have I told you about when we went to Hawaii? And I was like, I'm going to go out and surf right now. Chase got aboard and he went out. He wasn't having success. I was feeling like a little baddie and I'm like, I can do it. So I went out. I got slammed and no joke. All I was doing the entire time was praying to God that I survived this. And I came out like a wet little sheepdog and I was like, okay, so my Florida waves that are 1 foot and like really chill, nothing like this.
Very different.
What was I thinking?
Very different. Yeah. We surfed in Hawaii and we did lessons the first day on the North Shore and just like loved it. We were just living our little dream. And then the last day we were there on our trip, we're like, we should try again. And we accidentally went to where the little kids are learning. And it was so humbling because these kids are catching waves and we're like, we can't catch a wave. And the like tide is dying down and everything was horrible. We're like, why did we not just
The
rent
kids are
bikes?
like zooming past you.
Yeah, because they're just like teeny tiny, like infant waves. And so they're great for children, not so great for people in their 30s. And we were schooled. We're like, okay, we're great at surfing Texas. We're great at, surfing kind of under very specific circumstances. But yeah.
I have to tell you really fast. Your friend who you used to go to Morocco with came to the shop. Did she tell you?
No.
She came to the shop and she got things within our trade program to use for a shoot she was doing in Port A. And she styled with us. She goes, they wanted everything. It was great. But she's so kind. And I found out, the glass artist that I have, Tracy Murphy, in my shop, she went in there and told her about me. And then we realized the connection with you because I sell your prints in my shop. And she was like, oh, yes. I'm like, you're the one she went to Morocco with?
Oh, I love her.
Funny.
I've been trying to talk her into another Morocco trip.
She's about to pop too.
Years. I know. I'm so excited. She's fantastic. That was some of my favorite work that at the time I was shooting a lot of humanitarian work and a lot of like travel stuff and was like, okay, I'm going to be a jet setter for the rest of forever. And then COVID. So that kind of changed trajectory. But yeah, we went to Morocco. And
where's your favorite place you've ever traveled? That's such a hard question.
Not fair.
I know. Top 3.
Oh my gosh, that's so not fair.
I know. You've been to so many cool places.
This is gnarly, but whenever you donate your placenta, they call you and you have to tell them every single place you've traveled for how long. And it was one of the longest phone calls I've had because literally I was like, can we go continent by continent? And you have to ask me like, have you been here? Have you been here? Because I was like, my memory is shot unless I have my photos in front of me and I'm like, 4 days postpartum.
You're like, I'm in a fog of life right now.
Yeah. So I just went through this list and wow. Obviously loved Hawaii. That was also just a very special trip for Lucas and I. Because we had just had a miscarriage right before. And so it was very like
healing.
Yes, like very sweet. And we had talked about Hawaii since we met in college. And so that was like a very, very sweet trip for us and felt like just us on a platter,
Mm-hmm.
Oh golly, Italy. I mean, all across Italy, but a couple summers ago, I went with one of my best friends, who's a wedding photographer, and we shot a wedding in Italy in Camaiore, which is right outside of Cinque. And she and I just did a business write-off for 2 weeks traveling Italy, and 10 out of 10 recommend. It was fantastic. So that trip was really special. And then I would have to say Morocco. I mean, we did 2 trips there. So a culmination of 5 weeks, and the culture, the people that we knew there, like
Yeah.
utterly fantastic. The food, oh my gosh, the food, I dream about it. Yeah.
Bring it to your cooking club.
I know. I would also, Uganda was fantastic. I love Uganda. Would love to go back. It's been quite a few years.
And that's not even on my list, and I feel like I need to add it.
Oh my gosh, yes. If you go get a chapati roll up, they have this it's like their version of tortilla, for lack of better words, that they do on like the street, and they like roll it up in this breakfast food situation. And I mean, it's like 11 years since I last went, and literally I'm like,
You still dream about it?
have you ever had a chapati roll? have you ever had it? It's a problem.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah.
That's amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
Actually, I'm putting Nicaragua. I'm sorry, this is 5. It's too much, but Nicaragua is love.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah, fantastic.
I feel like your photography speaks to your travels as well, like to the extent of like the heart that you put into it or the things that you notice. I think it's probably because you've experienced so much, and so much like you have worldliness about you in such a humble and kind way.
Wow. Thank you. For a girl from small town College Station, that means a lot. I tried to take away my accent at a very young age, because I was like, okay, no Texas accent. I have to be able to blend in anywhere.
I've never heard you slip an accent in ever.
We almost didn't name Wyatt because for the first few months, whenever we were trying to figure out names, we would yell it in the car, like, Liam, whatever. Like, okay, if you're in trouble, I'd be like, Wyatt? And I was like, no, Madeline.
Oh, that's
so I had to
funny.
train myself to say his name correctly.
How did you come up with the name Wyatt?
I'm so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. Like, truly. I really love the movie Tombstone, and Wyatt Earp. It's his whole story.
Okay.
And was like, that's a really cool name, and had it on my list from that. The other name that I had that Lucas told me no was McClane, for John McClane from Die Hard. And so you can tell where my movie tastes lie. And
no reservations to Die Hard, though, is very different.
It's a problem. But we looked it up, and Wyatt means like strong in battle, like courageous. And we didn't have a name picked whenever I was in delivery, and just based on kind of the situation and the long haul that I was in, yeah, he was a little fighter from the beginning. And so it felt like Wyatt was fitting.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
I love his name.
I do too.
So sweet.
Wyatt Ranch. But yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
It's Lucas's middle name.
Oh,
so.
Really?
Yeah.
Has such a vibe.
It's such a that's such a sweet family story. That's just the eyebrow. I love it. Yeah, so Luke's parents grew up really wanting a ranch, and didn't have the means to make that happen. And Lucas was a oopsie baby. And so whenever he was born, his mother named him Lucas Ranch. And whenever she gave him his dad, it was like, here's the ranch you always wanted.
Oh, stop, I'm gonna cry.
I know. Fast forward to we're in college. Lucas and I are best friends, hadn't even dreamed of dating at this point. His parents start looking for ranch land out in Arkansas. Oh. They eventually buy their ranch, and for the first year they didn't really have a name, so they called it the Lucas Ranch. So,
oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, and so that's like very sweet, kind of like this reminder of, hey, your dreams are right here in your family, and it's never too late to go after what you want. And
thank you for sharing that. That's so special.
It's really, really sweet. So,
oh my gosh.
And people hear it and they're like, oh, is it because you love ranch waters? And I'm like, I mean, yeah, but
I like them. However, not why I named my kid Ranch.
Yeah, it was great. They just thought it was a weird nickname I had for Lucas.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have to come to an end. But there's one question that I ask all my guests, so we can learn a little something special to take away from you personally. Do you have any rituals, routines, or little joys that help to anchor your day-to-day life?
You prepped me for this question.
I did.
But in my mom brain, I cannot remember what I said besides prayer, truly.
Yeah.
I call my sister every day. She is like my biggest encourager, best friend. And that to me is like, our day always has humor in it, no matter what, because my sister and I are going to be giggling. We're going to be hyping one another up. And then playing outside. Like, I think it's so underrated. But I'm a big outside person, and so
I love that you call it playing outside, because nobody says that as adults.
Oh,
they're like, oh, I go hang out outside, or I go for a walk. But like, You're playing outside.
Oh, yeah. I think it's probably on my website. Like, I love to play outside. Like, even if it's just happy hour on a patio with a friend, like, I just want to be outside, preferably barefoot.
Same.
Yeah. It's something so grounding. I mean, there's actually, like, grounding, which is a thing, but it's just good for my heart to play. And, like, whether it's longboarding with Lucas or just taking a long walk with the family or whatever it is. Yeah, being outside.
That's amazing. Yeah. Madeline, thank you for being here. It has been such a joy. And I haven't seen you in a couple
I
months, which
know.
is like the longest for us in a while.
I was
So
ginormous last time you saw me.
you sure were.
Like, about to, I think I, like, popped that week, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's wild.
And now I get to see you again next week for your first shoot back, which I'm really excited about. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being honest, transparent, sharing so many like special things about you
Yeah.
and about your journey, because I have so much respect for your business and you as a human in general. So
Well,
thank you.
You know I love you.
Yeah.
Actual friends in real life.
Actual friends. So thank you for spending a little time here with Laura. If you enjoyed today's conversation, I'd love it if you'd subscribe, leave a review, or share the episode with a friend. It helps more than you know. And you can find more about me and Madeline and everything we talked about in the show notes. And you can find her on Instagram.
Definitely on Instagram.
Madeline Harper.
Madeline Harper Photo.
Photo is Instagram, and your 2 websites.
Oh gosh, MadelineHarper.com is my branding. So that will be where you find all my travel work, food photography, fashion. And then Madeline Harper Interiors is everything, spaces, homes, all the like gorgeous eye candy. It's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
So until next time, take care of yourself and don't forget to make space for what really matters.